So I'm just doing a video on a Part 8 I just finished up. This guy will be for sale, if anybody is interested. It's just a Chinese hawk, but I did do some reshaping to it to try to get the Part 8 shape. And get the weathering, the toxic waste colors in there. Weathered up the D-rings. I used pop rivets for this, but after this mask I'm going to start using copper leather cap rivets, which are accurate to the film. There are the straps, the buckles, which are silver, which are film accurate. They're not the accurate shape, but they are silver. Got the halter square in the back. Now the original straps were brown, if I'm correct, but all I did was I took some black leather that I had lying around, and I just rubbed some muddy brown paint on them, both the weather and to make them look like they have a bit of a brown flux. Also, all the rivets are weathered. Halter square is weathered as well. And the buckles are weathered. It's supposed to be depicting the mask from like the very, very end of the movie. The cheek chevrons are a bit smaller. I just did that just to make them look a bit different. Got the scratches coming out of the eye. Get the scratch down there by that hole. And of course, you have all the forehead scratches. A lot of the weathering was done with pavement. The chevrons are custom done. This is just on my Part 6 mask right now as a display. Yeah, this guy will be for sale. I'll probably be making another Part 8 soon. I really do enjoy making these straps, plus I have another halter square that I'd like to use. See a lot of detail, different coloring. It's got the chip in the hole there, which is accurate. The focus. Focus. The split in the chevron. A little bit of silver at the nose. Silver up here. Scratches coming out of the axe mark. More scratches, toxic waste. I tried to add a lot of grains to this one. I tried to make them look really sickly. Got a big old scratch going down the side of the cheek, which isn't accurate, but I thought it looked nice. Get the top strap. The buckles. They are adjustable. They're working. I also tried to make the holes look a little bit weathered, so I punched them. Then I dremeled them a bit. One to open them up, and two to make them look weathered. Halter. This was just done with a mix of like gray and chestnut brown. Get this kind of gross, and then I clear coated it before putting the straps on. All the rivets are weathered as well. D-rings are a bit small, but I'm fine with them. I just had to make these go inward a bit before putting them in, and I think they came out fine. Did have a bit of trouble with this one, as you can see. There's no hole in it because it did not want to pop, and I tried hammering it through, but it just didn't want to go through, so ultimately I just had to saw it off with a Dremel with a cutting wheel, but it's fine. Yeah, after this mask, I'll probably not using pop rivets for my Part 8 mask. I'll be using leather copper rivets, which are accurate. Thank you, Will Bora, for that recommendation. Get my shot down there. This blank wasn't one of the best ones I've ever gotten. It had a lot of like plastic runoff. Not a lot, but mostly just around the nose and some of the other holes, so I just had to go in with a Dremel, clean those up. More silver showing through there. Hopefully, I do want to actually start getting more accurate blanks than Chinese ones. These ones are okay if you're like a beginner mask maker like myself, but ultimately you want to move on to more accurate stuff. Or even if you do that, don't be like me, and you know, I'd actually recommend filling in these holes. But I can't seem to find any multi-purpose filler at my local Walmart, so yeah, just get some of those nice details in there. The axe cut's a little bit accurate, but that's only because when I was cutting it, in the film, this does not intersect the second hole. But when I was cutting it, it cracked into there, so I just kind of had to make an obligation, but it's fine. Got a nice wide shot of the mask. pretty happy with it. I really enjoy making straps myself. It's probably one of my favorite processes in making a mask is making the straps. Leatherworks has been kind of fun for me. That is my latest BWD 8 Toxic version. That's what I call this line. The BWD's Boy Who Drowned. I am going to be putting some mesh in the eyes. Don't worry about that. That's the only thing I have not done yet. I used to not do that on these masks, but to be more film accurate, decided to do that. I used a much coarser sandpaper for this, a much lower grit. I think I used 90 grit for this just to get a lot of those deep gouges in there. These were done with my tool knife and all that to get the more specific ones. But for scratches like this, where they're just, you know, not really, I wouldn't say random and mismatch. Also, I'll post the photo I went from of the screen-used mask, which I believe is in a museum, along with, I believe, the original screen-used Freddy glove, which I want to get back on those sometime. Yeah, that's about it. That is the BWD 8 Toxic version. I hope you guys like it, and this guy will be for sale, and pricing will be in the description. Thank you.